Good afternoon and welcome to the results announcements of the Jeppe International Online Piping and Drumming Solo Competition. My name is Dale Jackson and I'm the headmaster of Jeppe High School for Boys. Wherever you are watching this results announcement from around the world, we welcome you. This has been a wonderful initiative by the Jeppe High School for Boys Pipe Band to provide some form of competition during this COVID-19 time when physical competition and the cancellation and postponement of our gathering has meant that we cannot meet together for competition. My thanks to all those competitors from around the world who have participated in this competition. We've had entries from as far afield as Scotland, England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and of course a number of entries from South Africa. And it's been heartening to see the contributions, the level of competition, and the quantum of people getting involved in this competition. Thank you very much to all who participated. To the judges, and we've assembled a world-class panel of judges. My thanks to all of you for the time and effort that you've put into judging this competition and the extensive notes that you've made in order for each competitor to improve. To our Pipe Bands Parents Association, under the excellent and visionary leadership of Alice DeLong, we thank you for the many hours of hard work that you continue to put in behind the scenes, even during these difficult times. To the Pipe Band Association of South Africa, and in particular their Vice President, Rory Bellingham, a very big thank you to their continued support, not only in this competition, but throughout the years of Jeppe High School for Boys. Jeppe High School for Boys Pipe Band, many of you may not be aware, is the oldest pipe band in South Africa. Originally started as a bugle band 77 years ago. We have been going ever since, and it's one of the proud accomplishments and proud parts of Jeppe High School for Boys is our Jeppe High School for Boys Pipe Band. In that regard, we thank also our master in charge of the pipe band, Mr. Ross Olive, himself an old boy of Jeppe High School for Boys, who has returned to not only teach at the school, but to lead the pipe band, and is doing a wonderful job in that regard. So my thanks to everyone for participating in this competition. Thank you for your high standard of competition. Thank you for your donations, which all of the money is going to our COVID-19 relief fund, a fund which is being used to assist those amongst our community who are struggling at this very, very difficult time. And all entry fees, all donations, all contributions are being put towards that COVID-19 relief fund. And that donation, as it stands at the moment, is in excess of 20,000 Rand. So our deep thanks to everyone who has contributed in that regard. To the competitors, whether you win or whether you lose, whether you come first or miss out on those medals, thank you again for your competition and for being involved. And I hope that you enjoyed the experience. Enjoy the results announcements. Keep safe and stay healthy, everyone. Cheers then. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon. It is a great pleasure for me to be part of this results announcement for the Jeppe High School for Boys International Solo Piping and Drumming Competition. It is time to reflect on what has been a truly wonderful experience for us as a band in being able to give our junior pipers and drummers from across the world an opportunity to compete on this platform at a time when there would have been no competition at all. What was heartening was that almost 1/3 of all our entries came from outside South Africa. This has given our local pipers and drummers a unique opportunity to compete internationally. We have had an amazing response from our competitors, to our world-class judges, to our generous donors, and to everyone involved in putting the competition together. Special mention here must go to our master in charge, Ross Olive, who has been tireless in putting the backbone to the competition together. Behind the scenes, we have had incredible support from our previous master in charge, Damien Pittman, and his wife, Caitlin. Thank you so much. We would also like to thank our school and headmaster, Dale Jackson, for their support throughout the competition. A special thanks goes to the judges and competitors, because without you, there would not have been a competition at all. A thank you must also go to the Pipe Band Association of Southern Africa for their advice, input and support, and in particular Rory Bellingham. All in all, This has enabled us to raise over 20,000 Rand. This will be going to the Jeppe COVID Relief Fund to help those in our community who have been hardest hit by the economic impact of this pandemic. For your generous contributions, donations and participation, we thank you. In closing, just maybe we will see you next year for the next edition of what has been a fantastic competition. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As the competition draws to a close, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your continued support towards the Jeppe High School for Boys International Junior Piping and Drumming Solo Competition. Overall, we received 100 entries from 6 countries across the globe. The idea behind running this initiative was to create some form of competition during a time where competitions around the world are being cancelled. Although it will never replace a face-to-face competition, the ability for players to compete on an international level from their own homes has been an experience that I'm sure many will remember. This was the first ever online solo competition run within South Africa to include drumming, and so as you can imagine, there were a fair amount of hiccups along the way, and so there are many people that need to be thanked for their huge amounts of assistance and support in running this competition. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone on the adjudication panel. First to Mr. Scott Methvin, who is the adjudicator for Event 1, Chanter Competition. Scott is the recently retired piper of Her Majesty the Queen and has previously played for the Grade 1 pipe band Shots and Dykehead Caledonia. Then to South Africa's own Thomas Fuller, a very well established piper within the South African piping community, playing for the Durban Caledonian Society Pipe Band and has won the 100 Guineas solo competition many times. Thomas has adjudicated Event 2, Novice Piping. Next up, Mr. Donald McPhee. Donald is a member of the Royal Scottish Pipe Bands Association adjudication panel and is the piping representative on their management board. Donald has adjudicated Event 3, Junior Piping. Starting with our drumming judges, we have Mr. Theo van Wyk, an ex-player of the South African Grade 2 pipe band Benoni Mactella, and current snare drummer of Manawatu, a Grade 1 band from New Zealand. Theo also holds many South African solo drumming titles. He has adjudicated Event 4, Drum Pad. The person who adjudicated Event 5, Novice Snare Drumming, is Miss Rachel Tom. Rachel is a British drum company and Remo artist and holds the 2018 World Solo Drumming Championships title. Rachel is playing for Grade 1 Glasgow Police Pipe Band. We are now moving to Event 6, Junior Snare Drumming, which was adjudicated by Mr. Stephen Crichton. Stephen is a well-established drummer and is currently leading drummer of the Grade 1 pipe band St. Lawrence O'Toole. He has achieved great success with Slot as they hold the most pipe band drum corps titles in the world since 2011. Finally, to our last 2 events, the tenor drumming events. We had Miss Hannah Crichton, the adjudicator for Event 7, Novice Tenor. Hannah is currently a tenor drummer for St. Lawrence O'Toole, Grade 1 pipe band, and has had a lot of success in her tenor drumming career. And last, but certainly not least, we had our adjudicator for Event 8, Mr. Jordan Bailey. Jordan is currently a tenor drummer for the World Champions Inverary and District Pipe Band and has his own line of tenor drumming sticks, which have been extremely successful. To all the judges, a huge thank you for all the time and effort. It is because of you that all our participants will receive world-class feedback for them to work on, which we believe is the most important takeaway from this competition as a whole. Then to the Jeppe Pipe Band Patrons Association, under the leadership of Chairperson Alistair Long. All members of the Patrons Association have been excellent with providing continued support, not only for this competition, but throughout the year to the Jeppe Pipe Band. You were all an integral part of putting this competition together, and for that, I thank you. To all those involved in the social media aspect of this competition, a huge thank you to all of you. It is because of their hours of work that you were constantly kept up to date with the goings on of the competition. Special thanks to Damien and Caitlin Pittman for their huge amount of effort and assistance with this. Special thanks to the Pipe Bands Association of Southern Africa, as well as the Scottish Piping Society of Southern Africa. It has been excellent having you on board with our competition. It has certainly made everything run smoothly, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Special thanks to Vice President of the PBASA, Rory Bellingham, for your continued support with this initiative. I'd also like to thank Mr. Dale Jackson, the headmaster of Jeppe High School for Boys, as well as Mrs. Bronwyn Kemp and Mr. Brendan Gittins, the head of culture and the head of extramurals, respectively. Everyone at Jeppe High School for Boys has been extremely supportive of the online competition, as well as many other endeavours that the Jeppe Pipe Band has been involved in. So a huge thank you to everyone from Jeppe High School for Boys. Lastly, I'd like to thank the most important people, which are all of our wonderful participants from around the world. Without you, this competition would not have been as successful as it has been. So a huge thank you to all participants and supporters. We really appreciate it. Now for the much anticipated results. We will be sending out your score sheet via email over the next few days. I would now like to hand over to Mr. Rory Bellingham, the Vice President of the Pipe Bands Association of Southern Africa, to present the results. Good luck, everyone.
On behalf of the President of the Pipe Bands Association, Greg Hurley, and the President of the Scottish Piping Society of Southern Africa, Simon Workman, I would like to congratulate the Jeppe Pipe Band on their online solo piping and drumming initiative, which has just taken place. It has been a tremendous event in this COVID era we're living in to actually have something to do, since there are no physical contests currently taking place in South Africa. What has been even more exciting is the ability to have involvement internationally on both the judging and on the competitive side. I will now read the results. Event 1, Chanter. Adjudicator, Scott Methvin. Third, Jamie Saul from South Africa. Second, Matthew Bloy from South Africa. And in first place, and the winner of the Chanter contest, Hamish Stevens from Scotland. Event 2, Novice Piping March. Adjudicator, Thomas Fuller. In third place, Lance Higgins from South Africa. In second place, Poppy Spears from Scotland. And the winner of the Novice Piping March, Gregor Adams from Scotland. Event 3, Junior Piping March Strasbourg Reel. Adjudicator, Donald McPhee. In third place, Gordon Grossett from South Africa. In second place, Jack McGowan from Scotland. And the winner of the Junior Piping MSR, all the way from Australia, David Staltner. Event 4, Drum Pad. Adjudicator, Theo van Wyk. In third place, Cameron Olive from South Africa. In second place, Adam Miller from Scotland. And in first place, Callum Butler from Ireland.
Event 5.
Novice Snare March. Adjudicator, Rachel Tom. In third place, Liam St. Clair Hall from South Africa. In second place, Amy Wallace, also from South Africa. And in first place, from Australia, Cole Wilkinson. Event 6, Junior Snare, March Strasbourg Reel. Adjudicator, Stephen Crichton. In third place, Georgia Eagle from New Zealand. In second place, Sebastian Potgieter from South Africa. And the winner of the Junior Snare March Strasbourg Reel, Guy Kellis from Scotland. Event 7, Novice Tenor March. Adjudicator, Hannah Crichton. In third place, Erin Jones from South Africa. In second place, Alana Brook from New Zealand. And the winner of the Novice Tenor March, Subasizwe Zikalala from South Africa. Event 8, Junior Tenor March Strasbourg Reel. Adjudicator, Jordan Bailey. In third place, Caitlin Roberts from South Africa. In second place, Rachel Bosch from South Africa. And the winner of the junior tenor March Trespe and Reel, Siobhan Nordeer, also from South Africa. On behalf of the Pipe Bands Association of Southern Africa and the Scottish Piping Association of Southern Africa, we would like to congratulate all the winners in their respective events. And of course, a huge word of congratulations to all competitors who took part. And a special thank you to our adjudicators from around the world for the time they put in to determine the winners. Thank you very much and well done.
I'd just like to start off this video by saying thank you to the Jeppe Online Solos competition team for putting this competition together. This year is my last year in the Jeppe Pipe Band as I'm a matric, and this year I was not able to compete in many competitions for my school. But because of this competition I was able to represent my school one last time. So thank you.